Cubs hosting the Orioles, and the Orioles are minus 120 on the money line. The Cubs are plus 100. The over-under is 7.5 runs. The Orioles laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 152, meaning if you bet them that way, they must win by 2. And the Cubs getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 184, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you'd win. They lose by 1, you win. Now, these are the overnight odds. It's 5:30 in the afternoon the day before this game is going to play, so these lines literally just came out. Neither Irvin or Hendricks pitched against the opposing team last year or this year. The Orioles are 2-2 with Irvin on the mound in his last 4 starts. They've won his last two starts. He's averaging 3 2/3 innings pitched and 3.6 strikeouts per game in those games. The Cubs are 2-2 in Hendricks' 4 starts. He's averaging 5 2/3 innings pitched and 3.8 strikeouts per game in those games. Head-to-head, the road team is 6-4. The road team is on a 3-game winning streak. The Cubs are 7-3 against the Orioles in their last 10. The underdog has won the last 4 games. The underdog is 7-3 on the money line, and the underdog getting a run and a half on the run line is 8-2. There have been 3 one-run games in their last 10 meetings, including the last game that they played against each other. The under is 5-4-1, and the over 7.5 runs is 6-4 in their last 10. And me telling you what the wind is doing right now won't make much sense, but I'm going to do it anyway. The wind is blowing in right now from center field towards second base at 16 miles an hour. When this game makes first pitch tomorrow, I doubt that'll be the same. Now, they did play a series against each other last year. They played, I want to call it a home and home, but it looks like one of the games probably got rained out due to weather. So they played 1 game in Baltimore. The Orioles won 9-3. Then they played 2 in Chicago, and then they played 1 in Baltimore. The Orioles won 9-3, 4-2, 7-1, and then the Cubs won the last game 3-2. So the Orioles took 3 out of 4 last year. In their last handful of games overall, the Orioles are 7-3 in their last 10. They are 3-1 in their last 4. 14 runs, 17 runs, 4 runs, and 6 runs. And that's including the game that they played today against the Blue Jays. The Cubs are presently playing right now, so this is not including the game that they're playing as of right now. So they are 5-5 in their last 10. Depending upon what they do against the Pirates today will also affect that. They are 3-1 in their last 4. 4 runs, 16 runs, 14 runs, and 16 runs. 4 runs and a win, 3 runs and a loss, 11 runs and a win, 10 runs and a win. Seemingly the Orioles dominated them last year, but the Cubs have the Orioles number, and the underdog tends to do very well in these scenarios. I'm going to take the Cubs with the money line. I'm going to take the Cubs getting the runs. I'm going to go over in this game. I understand that the Cubs are 5-5 and the Orioles are 7-3. But sometimes these things happen. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.